Hey y'all, you're listening to a Q&A with S&J.
Welcome to the Flip Lifestyle Podcast, where life always comes before work. We're your hosts, Shane and Jocelyn Sams. We're a real family that figured out how to make our entire living online. And now, we help other families do the same. Are you ready to flip your life? All right, let's get started. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Flipped Lifestyle Podcast. Super excited to bring you another episode this week. On today's podcast, we're going to give you a glimpse of what it's like to be inside the Flip Your Life community and specifically on one of our member calls. Jocelyn and I do live member calls twice a month where we invite our members to come on and ask us questions about their online business so that we can answer them directly and help them take their business to the next level. The questions you're about to hear are real questions from members of the Flip Your Life community. You're going to hear me and Jocelyn help these members find the answers to their questions, and we know those answers are going to help you and your business too. If you would like to ask me and Jocelyn a direct question, we would love to have you on our next member call. Becoming a member of the Flip Your Life community is easier than ever because it's free. That's right. You can get your first month free and attend our next 2 member calls where you can ask us questions directly. All you have to do is go to fliplifestyle.com/free and you can start your free month today. We can't wait to see you on a future member call, but until then, enjoy today's Q&A with S&J. Who's our next question for?
Okay. Let me see. Jennifer. Yes, Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
We are great. What's your question for us?
So I think my first question had to do with, because I've been struggling with, for me, it's fairly decent organic reach for my Thrive Online page. It's like, I'm pretty pumped just because of the YouTube videos and blogs and all that stuff, 7 to 10 average new eyes every single day, but they're not converting. Yeah. And so then I'm like dissecting my sales page, and the members that are in the studio, not very many people are like getting into my online platform. So you suggested like a super mega high dollar one, and that kind of was like, if I had an emoji for brain explosion, that was it. Like,
you mean like a keyword? You mean like a keyword? What do you mean?
No. Your suggestion, it was like, charge people.
For your product.
So instead of super low dollar.
And I was like, why on earth would anybody pay me $500? Like that blew. Like, well, sorry, my hair is crazy, and I forgot the video was on.
That's okay.
This is like Epcot, like being crazy. But yeah. I don't understand that. Like, it blows my mind. All
right. So the point with high ticket anything, right, is that 5% of the audience will probably pay it. It's the same reason that people buy the iPhone the first week when they know it's going to go down $200 the next week. You see what I'm saying? Like, they want they want special service, they want one-on-one attention, they just want someone to help them get the result. And they may have disposable income to do it.
And a lot of people assume that just because they wouldn't buy something, that other people wouldn't buy something, but that's not true.
Yeah, there's a guy the story I tell you is a friend of ours named Jeff McMahon. Okay, and I'm just going to plug Jeff here a little bit. Jeff, lives in Cincinnati. He had his own gym, kind of like you. He had his own place, his own studio, where real people came every day, whatever. But he kind of realized like this can't scale. Like, there aren't enough local customers. And that might be where the disconnect in your brain's coming from right now, because like locally, people are going to come to my studio, but they're not going to give me $500 a month, right? Exactly. But what he did was he started training one-on-one online. Okay. And he started charging $500 a month for like 2 sessions a week.
And specifically, he kind of targets like the online entrepreneur segment, which may be something to look into. I don't know.
Like they have money, right? He targeted an audience that had money, but were busy. He really promotes it as, you are too busy to go to the gym. You have enough money to hire a personal trainer, but you can't get the right trainer to come to your house. Well, I can come to your house through Skype. You set your computer in the corner of the room. All I need you to do is grab some kettlebells, and I'm going to take you through a workout. And I actually did it. I worked out with him for months and months and months, and I paid it because I had disposable income. I didn't have time to go to the gym. I wanted a personal trainer, and I really liked this guy. And some of the more famous entrepreneurs out there use this guy. And I was like, he's got to be good, right? So it's what you have to disconnect it from totally is that it's like your brick and mortar business. Like these are not monthly members we're looking for. You're looking for someone who is too busy to go to the yoga studio or doesn't live. Do you know, we don't even have a good yoga studio here. The only yoga that I can go to is like for the Silver Sneakers program with 75-year-olds at my local gym. I can't go do yoga
or Payo.
Or Payo. Yeah, I'm not going to go do Payo like with all the ladies because
you can join us.
I'm not doing Payo. She tries to get me to go all the time. But what I'm saying is like some people don't have access to a great yoga trainer. Some people want access to a great yoga trainer. And the internet makes it possible for you to have access to every single person who might want a yoga trainer.
Really, there are probably a lot more people who don't have a local yoga studio than do.
That's right. So that's kind of what we were saying was like, let's say you've got this list of 7 to 10 eyeballs a day, right? If we can assume that 5 out of 100 might actually want some one-on-one training and would be definitely willing to work one-on-one with somebody, you know, twice a week to do yoga and get trained. But you're selling the results, of course, like what they're going to get out of it. And you sell it now as my yoga is different because that's what we've been struggling with your brand is you want it to be different. You don't want to be the same yoga. You're high intensity yoga. You're a different kind of yoga like that. People want that. But like I'm in your house, I'm in your room doing a different kind of yoga with you to get you these results. All of a sudden, boom, you only need 5 people to make $2,500 a month. Right. And that's what you start looking for, those high ticket offers. So high ticket, we have a high ticket program and we have our all access coaching program, which is more expensive. It's $3,000 just to join coming in the door for the first quarter, but it's legit one-on-one with us. Like it's next level. Like you get to send us message. You get to Voxer us every day. We do a strategy session. Like you're trying to find that small subgroup of people that do want this and understand that 95% of people don't.
I almost wonder if you couldn't jump on a bandwagon and like piggyback it. What I mean by that is maybe you could be the yoga for CrossFit people, for example. People who are high intensity in their workout, but they need to counterbalance it with something that is more stretching related. I don't know. I'm just
like you're not. What she's saying is maybe that's the target. Like people enjoy high intensity workouts, but need somebody to help them do it at home. Maybe it's not offered there. So
and that's just a thought. I mean, I'm not saying that's the right way to go. It's just, that just kind of popped into my head.
High ticket programs do blow people's minds when they first think about them because there's a lot of who would give me that much money, right? And like, why would they do that? But like, that's the wrong question. Don't ask who. Don't ask why. Ask where. Where are these people? How can I go find them? Because they're out there. Like that's the correct question for high ticket offers.
A good way to ask that is to go to places where people who like yoga hang out and say, hey, what do you wish that you had? But
if someone came to your house and worked with you, like all these people, there might be one person too, like in your yoga studio that would probably do this. You see what I'm saying? Like I would be shocked if there wasn't one person that was like, hey, you're loving the group classes, but what if I did 2 extra with like you a week or even 1 a week? $500 for 1 a week is probably enough with homework. So, it's just a thought to like, hey, low ticket's not converting. Try high ticket.
So let's try something new.
Like what if you had 10 people paying you $500 a month and you just did, all you did was work out with each one of them for 45 minutes.
Let me see if I can find this.
What questions do you have? Because you look like still spellbound a little bit. So like
somebody's doing a retreat. Let me see if I can find this.
Okay. In the community? Right now?
No, I saw it on Facebook the other day, but that might be an option too.
So after hearing that, now what's the sub question to that?
So I'm assuming since my brick and mortar is low ticket and my current online strategy is low ticket, my high ticket stuff goes in like they're being funneled to a completely different website. Like I have a completely different product, if you will.
Well, it's just a sales funnel. It's not a different website. It's just a different sales funnel. Like it's just a different product. It's like, it would be like telling someone if they walked into your brick and mortar store and they said, hey, you can join monthly or annually. It's just 2 different ways to pay you. Right. And the delivery is a little different. Okay. Because you might do one-on-one, but that gets your feet wet to get you into more group stuff. Right. Because like it might be easier, for example, to instead of having someone go virtually into a low ticket and then do a high ticket one-on-one, you might be able to get 10 one-on-ones, but then eventually they want to leave, but you take them down to the group and now the group starts growing again. So it just kind of flips the funnel. Like maybe the high ticket feeds the group. Like, hey, you did this for 3 months. It was awesome, but you're ready to stop paying $500 a month. Well, don't worry. I do group classes too for $50 a month. Oh, I'm staying with that. That's awesome. It's the same thing. I just do it for a group. So we're just flipping the funnel a little bit and adding an extra product into it that doesn't take any time to produce, because it's literally, can you schedule them or not? Right. And that may solve the problem of being able to film from home. You could film this at your studio because it's one-on-one.
I got another idea. Okay, I'm sorry.
What is it?
Sorry, not sorry. Okay, so this idea has to do with events. And what I mean by that is, could you be the yoga instructor for big events who come to Chattanooga, who come to Atlanta, whatever? Could you make that your high ticket offer and then sell people something on the back of it?
Right. So you mean like go to an event?
Yeah, like charge $5,000 to be the yoga instructor for the mom wellness event. I don't know. Because we have gone to several events that have had workouts involved. I went to Biz Chicks in California a couple of years ago. There were several of us went walking each morning. Like that was a thing. Where do we go that had yoga? Tropical Think Tank?
Yep. They had a yoga instructor. We went out there and did yoga every morning. You could sell them. So
that might be a good way of getting leads.
But you're wanting to not travel? Are you wanting to travel or do anything?
Well, I'm saying locally.
We want. That's our dream, is to world school with the kids. But yeah, I have no idea how to sell myself on that.
Yeah. Yet. Well, right now, I think the best thing to do is take the leads you've got and figure out, okay, how can I get
what
people
are people
into a
looking for
program
that they're not getting?
Yeah. And if you make a sales page for it and just put it out there, you don't know. Someone may jump on it, right? That's kind of like the next step is just create the sales page, have it set up and then they just contact you to schedule you and try a different offer into this list. Try a different offer. If one offer doesn't work, try the next offer. Like that's kind of where we're going with this. Like,
sorry about all the ideas.
Yeah. I
love all the ideas. We're planning our first festival, so that's like when you said event, my hair got like crazier again. I was like,
right. At your event, I would have high ticket offerings right there. I'd have brochures where you could hand it to them, and every single person that comes to that thing, I would have them a brochure.
Yeah, but I was talking about like other people's events that come to Chattanooga or that come wherever. Like somewhere even local if you don't want to travel.
Like if there's a fitness conference, you go
or no, just any conference. Like, figure out what's going on at the convention center. And basically I'm saying you would be like a speaker, but not a speaker. You would be a yoga instructor.
Yeah.
So like at 6 a.m. you might offer a class and there's a whole lot of leads for your online thing.
We're just blowing your mind. I can see it on camera right now. Yeah.
And we're coming to Chattanooga to the convention center in I think January or.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That'll be awesome. So
that'll be fun.
So I would make a sales page right now and try to sell a high ticket offer. Who knows, right? Like something's going to convert. You're getting attention, and then you just got to get them to convert on the right thing, right? And also too, are the new eyeballs on your YouTube channel getting on your email list, or are they just not converting to sales?
Not converting to sale. They're not on YouTube. I don't have a way for them to get on my email, so they go over to my Thrive Online page, and then that is getting some emails. They get like a free 30-minute workout or whatever.
Okay.
But that doesn't convert.
Okay. Well, the offer might be wrong. You see what I'm saying? Like I would try to get 100 people to a page with the offer. Try to drive 100 people to a sales page for the high ticket offer and see if that converts.
Just see what happens.
Okay. And then, you can keep your other pages up. It's not a whole new business, not a whole new website. It's the same thing we do. Like if you want to go check out All Access, you go to fliplifestyle.com/all access. Like it's just a product is all it is. I just send you to a different place if you want to try it out. Okay.
Got it.
All right. Go for it. Awesome
all right,
stuff.
We are moving to Brad. Hello, Brad.
Brad, what is going on, brother?
Hey guys.
How you doing, man?
Hey.
Good. I'm good. Beard's gotten longer since last time I talked to you.
Oh, that beard looks fabulous. That is a fantastic. I'm not allowed to grow a beard.
I have to know in the summertime, aren't you burning up?
No, actually, it doesn't bother me at all.
See?
No, you're supposed to say it is incredibly uncomfortable and I hate it.
Jocelyn is not, even I can't even get her to no shave November. I can't even do the no shave November. No. So we gotta work.
He has the patchiest beard ever. It's just
my beard doesn't look as good as that beard, bro. Your beard.
That's a sweet beard.
That's how a man grows a beard. Like this is how a 14-year-old little boy grows a beard right here. This patchy face. All right.
So I was actually just kind of listening in tonight. I didn't really have any specific questions that were burning. I do want to share though. I did my first ever dollar trial today. I sent the email about 8 o'clock. And like, I keep checking my phone. It's funny. I picked up like
8 p.m.
7 members so far. And one was an annual. So
how many members? How many members?
7.
7 members.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. See, you said that we talked earlier about promotions with Paul, and like that's exactly what I'm talking about, like strategically, is just give people a different door into your product, right? Like a $1 trial. That's a different door than a full month, right? It's a different door than an annual plan. It's just another way in. And you never know, like the day, like somebody may be like, man, I got $1 in my bank account, but I'm getting paid next week, and then I'll have 49, but I can't join today. Well, I can join for $1, right? And a free trial, some kind of bonus, like, hey, if you do this, we'll send you a flash drive with 5 free courses on it or something. Like think of different promotions, and that all of a sudden you get 7 new members, right?
It's amazing. I think I felt my members were kind of bombarded. It's back to school time. I crushed them. But I never hit them with a $1 trial before. And all of a sudden, I think the timing was perfect with, the Labor Day and all that.
Yeah, and a lot of people haven't even gotten paid yet. There's some people who get paid during the summer, and then they don't get paid for a while once school starts. So I think that's perfect. Yeah,
and like a $1 trial, dollars and for any kind of trial, like a free trial or $1 trial, like keep that in your back pocket. And if you ever see a holiday on the calendar, that's a great time to do holiday, because Labor Day, like Halloween, $1 trial for Halloween. Hey, you spent all your money on your candy. Don't worry, we're going to let you in for $1, right?
January, everyone's broke after the holidays. Yeah. Oh well,
Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for you, my email subscribers. So here's a $1 trial, right? And then so make sure that our dog is snoring. If you can hear this back there, but keep that $1 trial in your pocket. It won't just work once; it'll work again in the future too. Okay, so. Awesome. Hey, inspired everybody tonight to do a $1 trial. I see everybody getting
it worked so far. I don't know what the retention is going to be, but awesome. I guess we'll find out.
Well, that is a huge success story, man. Good job, dude. Proud of you. All right, let's go to who's next.
Okay, next is Kareem. I'm not sure if she can talk. She says she was on the road, I think.
She says she's on her phone. Let's try.
Kareem, are you there?
Hey, Kareem, are you there? Did she type her
question?
Hello? Hey, Kareem, how you doing?
Hey, guys. Sorry. I am driving, so my kiddos and my husband are listening.
Oh, all right, that's awesome. We're just flipping the whole family's life tonight.
Yes. Well, awesome, guys. Big win. I had a private school that is going to use my Spanish program for their after-school program.
That is amazing. The whole private school is going to use it. Right?
Yes. So what I'm going to do is, so I'm going to warm it up. So I'm going to be using them. It's going to be one day a week. It's going to be, and they had no idea how online works. So I told them I'm going to guide the parents and everything. But I want to propose to them next year to use my program for the whole elementary students. So I want some. So for me, that's really first of all, I have to do a lot of work regarding mindset because I'm scared to death because that will be a huge private school. Yes. So I want to I need to work on my mindset saying, okay, this is it. This is good. If it works for one private school, it can work for other schools.
That's right.
But then also I need some insights for you how to prepare for this proposal. What should I keep in mind, pricing and everything else?
Well, this is much more Jocelyn's wheelhouse. So I'm just going to throw this her way because she negotiates with all the big schools and stuff. So what should she look out for?
So what I would say is to make sure that you're really, really taking care of these people. So, kind of just over deliver for them. So that way, when you go to ask them for this, they're like, of course, we're going to do that because, she's been amazing. And this program is amazing. Okay. So I would say to do that, maybe even come up with a couple of printables that they could give to parents. Maybe something where they could practice at home, what they've been learning, that type of thing.
So basically on the one day a week, make sure they're taking something home so the parents know how awesome this program is.
Yeah. Okay. And so that way the parents are like, wow, my kid actually learned something. I like this. And, when we go to ask the school, maybe the parents have come to them and said, hey, this is awesome.
And are you pricing this per student, Kareem?
So right now, yes, but yes. So we are working on that because it's going to be like after school. And one of the biggest problem is that they say it's a very rigorous private school, but they don't have time to teach foreign language.
Yeah.
So, I know they may say yes because they need something online that students can access when during the week when they are not at school. So I don't know how to price it, to tell you the truth. When I propose that, should I say it for a student, and then how much should I charge?
You should charge. What do you charge right now? Like if they were not like in a school, like what's your normal price?
Like right now,
if I was signing up Isaac and Anna, what would I pay?
So right now the parents pay $27 a month.
Okay, you definitely want to offer a discount, but you don't want to I think we've offered as much as a 50% discount before, depending on the size of the school.
Yeah, I've done a pretty big one, like if it's for a lot of students.
Because if they have 500 kids and you charge $10, that's $5.
Yeah, we're talking about more than 1,000 kids.
Okay.
Oh wow! Like this is, $10 a kid is $10,000.
Exactly. Yeah. And like that kind of school probably has that kind of budget.
Yeah.
So I would did you say it's a private school?
It's a private school.
Okay.
Yes.
You need to really, really woo the parents. Okay. So you need to make sure that the parents know what's going on. You might even have a thing where you talk to the kids, like, at home or something. Maybe
and the parents are on, right?
Yeah. And so you want the parents to be like, we have got to have this in our school.
Okay.
Yeah. As for
especially
pricing,
in the private school.
Yeah. Start at 30% off. Like don't just tell them an offer. They're going to negotiate. So you have to let them have some kind of victory in that, right?
Okay.
Like if just start like 30% off. Like, hey, this is normally 27, but I'll give it to you for 17 or whatever, and then work your way into that.
So what I would always say is, I want to work with you. Like you need to make sure that they know that you're willing to work with them. Normally, my price is X. I do give a district discount. I would be willing to go to Y. Will that work for your budget? ?
Yeah. And if it doesn't, you start over and you figure out what you can do.
Remember that you can always sell half a year. Like that would be an option. So you don't necessarily reduce the price. You could reduce the offer.
Yeah. And remember, sometimes eating 20% of a whale is a lot more filling than going out and trying to catch a bunch of bluegill. So don't get any pride involved. Be like, what will you pay me? Oh, you have 1,000 kids and there's $5 a month. Let's go.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Or $5 for the year.
Listen, schools are used to doing this. They might come to you and say, look, we have a $7,000 budget for foreign language. Could you work with that? You say yes.
Yes, I can. Okay. And remember, if this does work, this is awesome how this is turning out, because let's say it is a $5,000 deal. Let's say it's $5 a student. There's 1,000 students. It's $5,000. You only need 10 of those to make $50,000 next year. Right?
Yes.
So it's a huge opportunity.
I would like to see you, like I said, send this stuff home. Give them something to work on at home. Like on your little worksheet, say, hey, here's a free whatever. Go to my website. And then on there, have an ad for private tutoring. Some of those people would pay for that.
Yeah. Or even the membership itself. Like, hey, your kid's getting this at school once a week. It's almost like free marketing too. Like they're actually paying you to market to all these parents.
I wouldn't print it on a paper that they're going to hand them at school. I wouldn't do that.
Well, she could have her URL or say but additional
there's nothing
support.
Wrong with
Click
having
here.
them come to your website. Not a thing.
Right. Exactly. So but the kids go to the website to get additional resources. The parents see it, and now they might join to get it because maybe they want to go 3 days a week with their kid, but the school's not offering it. So you can get additional sales off the back end. You just got to get in the school. So the price of the school doesn't matter. You want it to be worth it, but it gives you so many more opportunities. It's just insane. So don't be afraid to go low on a group sale to open new doors for later. But also, you got to eat. So go get $5,000 to $10,000. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They have the budget.
They do.
Especially
they do.
Schools.
Yes. Yeah. Just start with a high negotiation of about 25 to 30% off, and be willing to go wherever they want you to go, and you'll be fine. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, guys.
You're welcome.
Gracias.
Yes, I've been planning my trip to Puerto Vallarta today.
Yay!
Jocelyn finds her way to Mexico a couple times a year. So.
Yes.
Good for you, Jocelyn. Felicitaciones.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
All right.
All right, John is the next person that I.
Hey, John, how you doing, man? What's going on tonight?
How about yourself? Hey, from Nebraska. Talked to you back in December. Thank you for Wandale Robinson too, by the way.
Oh, don't talk to me about stealing that guy from us. Like he totally played. All right, we're getting into some football here, but that guy was Mr. Kentucky football, and he basically played like he was coming to Kentucky to win Mr. Football. I know he did, and then he just backstabbed us and went back to Nebraska at the very end.
Yeah, we in Nebraska here, we don't care about that. We're just glad he's here. So.
Did he have a good game the other night? I didn't watch Nebraska. Did he?
Yeah, he did okay. Their offense struggled, but yeah, he was fun to watch. So.
Yeah, he's fast. He's really fast. Yes.
He's really fast.
All right, man. What's going on in your online business?
Yeah, I'm bringing another idea to the conference here. I'm a former pre-algebra and algebra teacher. I don't really want to create a system for algebra or pre-algebra teachers. However, when I'm doing the keyword research, I see a lot of the skills that I like to teach in that are very highly researched. Can I offer that and teach those skills to students instead of making a system for teachers, or how would I organize that?
So what you want to really do is you want to do online classes, maybe you have 30 students log in and you teach a concept to go deeper with them or something like that. Is that what
perhaps. So for example, algebra, solving for X, that was very highly researched or looked for.
Yeah, a lot of volume in that search term, basically.
Yeah, right. And so how can I set that up for, what do you think would be the best way to set that up to just earn some money?
Well, I mean, I think the best way to do it is to online tutoring. There are services that freelance online tutoring too. There's all kinds of things too for math and teaching English that even overseas stuff that you can do. So there's ways to get in that that would be more of a freelance type job right now through existing services. But there's nothing saying you couldn't start your own membership or tutorial service where you go one-to-many and you do weekly training sessions on topics, and parents this would probably be a homeschool play. I would think you would target the homeschool market, because when people look for homeschool curriculum, a lot of times they don't even understand some of the concepts that they're teaching. So they look for these additional resources to help their kid understand the concept. So you could call it homeschool math tutor or something like that. But you could definitely do it. I would not go straight one-on-one. I would probably make sure it's a class. So you could almost do webinars about topics, and maybe people could sign up for a membership where they get all the webinars, and each month you go back and teach those concepts in a group setting. I would guess that homeschool parents would be most likely to pay for that, but there's a lot of people that would pay for tutoring, for that too. Isaac struggled with division last year, and we've talked a lot about finding a tutor locally, but we've struggled to find a tutor locally. If I could find someone online that was hey, I'm teaching fractions this week, okay, that's cool. Here's my 5th grade curriculum. So you'd probably have to isolate to an age group. This is pre-algebra, or you might have 2 to 3 different classes, and you just teach it normal and go one-to-many. I don't know what you would charge or something like that. Does that sound like what you're thinking about?
Yeah, just basically, if I could charge $35 for a session and then just try to create volume, just try to get.
Yeah, you have 100 people log in, you make $3,500 or something.
Right.
So it would sort of be like this situation, just like a Q&A, right?
Right. Yes, exactly. Yep.
Yeah. So basically, it's a kid who needs tutoring, can't get a tutor, so his parents, sign him up for this thing, and you do weekly tutoring on a concept or something.
Right. And I guess it wouldn't even have to be a kid. I mean, it could be, these topics are for college, could be for college students too.
Yeah. And they may have parents that can pay for it because they're in college.
Yeah. So what I would probably do if I were you is investigate some keywords and try to figure out what people are searching for.
And those keywords that you already found, you've got to isolate that. Are teachers looking for this? What are words that a student would use to search for this?
Well, and better get their parents.
Yeah,
because, right. Students probably aren't going to be able to pay for this, but their parents can.
Yeah. So it's just finding out what group of those people are actually doing this, and then figuring out how to resonate with it. But I think homeschool would probably be better here than looking for regular students, because you just know that you've got a homeschool junior taking pre-algebra concepts and needs to do well on the ACT.
And the parents have no clue or don't remember it, because
exactly.
it was a million years ago.
I will teach your homeschool student math. That's basically the concept here. But I don't see why it couldn't work. It's just a membership It's a tutoring membership is what it is. And, it might be, the problem is like catching people with the right concept at the right time. Like if you could isolate the 8 biggest concepts that people struggle with and rotate those twice a week, and you just always do that every week, like that might work better than just I'm taking you through the entire curriculum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't see why it wouldn't work. That's kind of what Kareem does. Kareem does like Spanish lessons, and she does like some one-on-one stuff. So maybe you could jump in with a chat with her and see kind of how she lays that stuff out.
Okay.
Because she does live. I'm pretty sure she does live with students, doesn't she? I think Kareem does live with students. So check that out. But yeah, there's tutoring online is gold for this.
And another thing that you can do, of course, is look and see what people are doing already. If you find a lot of websites for, say, college students who need tutoring, that's probably a good indication that people are searching for that.
Or that they're paying for it. And especially if you see ads, like take all those search terms, go type them into Google, okay, and see what ads pop up. That's the clue. That's clues. If you see ads, there's money, right? Okay. So go type in like that X. I don't know anything about math. Whatever you just said with an X in it. You know what I'm saying?
Just solving for the variable, solving for X.
All right. Solving for X tutor. Like search for that. Okay. And if anything shows up. But I know there has to be people paying for this.
Yeah. Kareem says she tutors public and private school students. So we actually have several members who have math websites. We have Kathy Martin. We have Jeanette Stein. What's the guy's name?
Jeff Twitty.
Yeah. So, we have like multiple people. So it may even be worth reaching out to them and
seeing what questions they're getting, like for tutoring.
Yeah. Or like maybe they would be interested in some kind of collaboration. I don't know.
Yeah.
It would be beneficial for them to have somebody who tutors on their site. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely different. But it's not a stretch to think of what we're doing here on this Zoom call.
Right. Exactly.
Except you've got 30 students ready to go. And, if you got 30 students showing up every week and it might not even be like focus on those, that might be the lead magnet, but you just do Q&A like, hey, Jimmy, what are you struggling with today? Oh, yeah, can't find the variable for X. Let me show you how to do that real quick.
Yep.
Good to go. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, John.
You're welcome.
All right. Next question.
Okay, well, we got Jennifer, one more. I did see several things from Jennifer. I just wanted to make sure I got everybody's first question.
What was Jennifer's second question?
Let's see.
Okay, she said basically, how do you do the what, not how with yoga? Okay. So basically, what Jennifer's asking is, especially for like webinars, is we always teach people when you do a webinar, you're not teaching people how to do anything. You're teaching them what to do. And then you sell them how to do it. Like that's where your big program is. Like we might tell you, hey, in our webinar, you've got to have an idea. You've got to have an avatar and you've got to have an offer. If you got those 3 things, you've got a business. Then we can promote it. Like that's the concept of our webinar. But if you want to know how to vet your idea to make sure it makes money online, and you want to learn how to create a customer profile, and you want to put an actual product together step by step and us show you how to do that, you have to join the membership. Here's an offer for that.
In your case, what you're going to do is you're going to tell them how your type of yoga that you like to teach, how it solves their problem. You're not going to show them how to do it. You're just going to convince them of why your solution is the answer to their problem.
So in a lot of ways, there's a way to do this. It's called throwing stones. Like you might say, okay, let's teach you first what HIIT yoga is. It's high intensity, but don't define what that means. Don't show them what it means. It's just high intensity yoga. Normal yoga has a problem. This isn't your
grandma's yoga.
Yeah, this isn't your grandma's yoga, and it's got like a different problem. So old yoga does this. High intensity yoga does this. That's what it is. Like you can burn old yoga burns 500 calories. High intensity yoga burns 1,000 or whatever. So like you might be able to say those things, but it doesn't really tell how to do it, right? And then old yoga is slow and boring. My yoga is fun and fast, right? So you're talking about what it is, like you're describing it, but you're never saying like, well, we do this move and I don't show you a video to show you what it looks like and I don't do anything like that. Like now this sounds more interesting than the yoga you're used to. Let me sell you how to do it. So like that's basically what you do.
And that might even be an opportunity for the people who are still interested. Okay, well, do you want to try a free class? If you would like to try a free class, here's your next step, right? Like you could even do it in steps like that.
Yeah. So whenever you're saying what, not how, it's like, think about changing a tire. If I tell somebody about changing a tire and I want to do what, not how, I'm going to say, well, you've got to go get a jack and you got to get your car up, and then you got to take the tire off, and you got to put the new tire on. I didn't tell you how to use a single tool. I didn't tell you how to actually do that. I just told you what you need to do, right? So that's what a webinar should do. It should tell you what to do. And then you sell people the step-by-step, like you take the jack, you put it up, you get it up on the frame of the car. And I know this because I just changed the tire on my trailer of my jet ski last night because I somehow got a flat tire.
It's been a crazy week.
Week around here. But what, not how. What, not how. Just think what. And if you look at something and you're like, well, wait a minute, they could take this webinar and go do this. That's wrong. You've totally done. You created a course. You didn't create a webinar.
If you solve their problem in the webinar, there's no reason for them to give you money to solve their problem.
Right. Exactly. So you're trying to convince them that you have the solution, and you're going to tell them what the solution is. Like, hey, you want to change your tire? Well, you need a jack and a tire iron. How do you use those things? What do you do first? Like, did you know that you really need to loosen the bolts before you lift up the tire? Because if you don't, the tire will just spin and you can't get them off. I figured that out yesterday. So like that's the how. Like, right? I don't want to tell you the how. I'm just telling you what to do. And but if you're teaching too much how, you'll know because it becomes a course, right? We have an email marketing webinar that we used to do. It was telling them what the subjects of the 7 emails that they need in their autoresponder was, but we kept the template inside the community. So if you want to write those emails,
they were already written
for you. So how to write those emails is in the community. This is what they should do, but now you're going to have to go write them yourself. I didn't solve your problem yet.
So at the end of the webinar, they should be ready for the next step.
Right. Exactly. Right. If you've given them all the steps,
usually it's purchasing.
If you have a webinar that doesn't convert, it's because you're teaching. You are teaching them how to do it, and they are satisfied. It's like giving people too much food at the beginning of the meal. If you eat all the bread and peanuts, you're not going to be able to finish your baked potato, right? So don't do that. Okay.
That was a very
That was a country Texas Roadhouse type analogy. All right, guys, that is all the time we have for this week's Q&A with S&J. We would love to have you on our next member call so you can ask a question and get the help that you need right now. Anyone who is a member of the Flip Your Life community can attend our member calls and ask a question. If you are not a member of the Flip Your Life community, you can get your first month free right now. All you have to do is go to fliplifestyle.com/free, and that will get you 30 days inside of the Flip Your Life community at no cost. That means you'll be able to attend our next 2 member calls for free. Not only will you get access to our next 2 live member calls, but you'll be able to watch the dozens and dozens of member calls that we've recorded in the past. That's a library of thousands of online business questions that you can watch for free for the next month. You'll also get access to our training area, the Flip Your Life Blueprint. That's our step-by-step process that we use to help families start, build, and grow online businesses of their own. And you'll get 100% access to every member area, including our community forums. All you have to do to get access to all of this exclusive members-only content for 30 days for free is go to fliplifestyle.com/free. That's flippedlifestyle.com/free. And in just a few minutes, you will be inside of the Flip Your Life community. Thanks again for listening to today's show. We hope you got something out of it, and we can't wait to see you inside of the Flip Your Life community. Have a great day, and until next time, do whatever it takes to flip your life.
Bye.
Hold on a second. Our daughter just walked through with 17 bags of Doritos.
Yeah, and that's not happening.
Anna Joe. Anna Joe.
The struggle is real.
You're not eating 4 bags of Doritos. Okay, that's acceptable.
Well, we're going to bed in about 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
We had to take a little parenting break.
We're in the living room upstairs, and we have 2 dogs and 2 kids.
And I'm trying to keep my kids from eating like 10 pounds of carbs right before bed.
All right.